One of the commitments I made to myself when I turned 60 overseas was to age in reverse and to take actionable steps to do that. Part of this was inspired by watching my mom age. She's in her 80s now and is suffering from a number of physical ailments. And so I've been deeply motivated to figure out sort of an experiment with a plethora of things, which I'm happy to talk about and share so that I can, as I said, each year celebrate that I'm 1 year younger. So
The Benjamin Button reverse. Right. That's great.
So I took this to heart, and I just recently, about a week and a half ago, got back from a yoga retreat in Costa Rica that I went on with my 26-year-old daughter. And this wasn't just in Costa Rica. We flew into the main airport in Costa Rica, and then we took a tiny airplane down further south to the Osa Peninsula, which is really off the grid and like right where the jungle meets the ocean. And I learned to surf. And so that is one actionable thing that I just did in the last month to practice learning or aging in reverse. It made me feel much younger than my biological age. And I loved it. I loved it so much that my daughter and I have committed to go back again next year. It'll be my third year in the jungle and do yoga twice a day together, eat really healthy food, try new things. I plan to surf each day. I mean, the waves are about this big. So everybody feels like gets up and feels like a great surfer. But it really did. I will tell you that when I came back, I was so energized from this trip that I've done several things because I felt so great. I've added weight training back into my daily or my weekly workout routine. I've been getting up every morning and either doing yoga in my home gym or more and more with the pandemic not being as prominent, I've been back in class with other people, which I think is very inspirational. And I've added Pilates into my daily workout routine. And I know when I start my day with one of these practices, I can show up for the people that work for me and my clients and be much more present because I feel good in my body. So those are a few of the things that I've just done recently, and I think that are particularly relevant to this concept of living our best life in our 60s. And then with regard to addressing your question about my life transformation, I didn't never imagine that I would be able to travel the way I have and do the things I'm doing at this stage of my life. And one of the things that I have learned is, and I think anybody else that I've talked to that is successful in aging in reverse, is to take the curveballs that we all experience in our lifetime and use them as opportunities. And the more that we do that, it really determines whether our life will be big or small. So that's a topic that is near and dear to my heart. In the work that I do, where I represent a lot of women going through divorce and have to start their lives over, I encourage them to push themselves out of their comfort zone. And I think the more that we can do that, whether it's through challenging ourselves with travel or physical activity or taking on new interests at this point in our life, then the happier that we will be and the more successful we will feel in our lives over 60.